Hello, everybody. My name is Jay. I'm one of the expert PTE teachers here at E2 Language. Welcome back to another PTE task of the week. In this class, we're going to look at the science of PTE speaking, and we're going to look at sentence stress. So if you've been having trouble with your PTE speaking score, this lesson is going to help you a lot, okay? Now, just before we look at sentence stress, last week we looked at word stress. So if you haven't seen that lesson yet, you may want to go back and watch that one. And if you're not yet a subscriber to this YouTube channel, do click subscribe because each week we'll be releasing a new PTE task of the week. Okay, so when I refer to sentence stress, I'm talking about something that is very important because the PTE algorithm evaluates where you put the stress in your sentence. This is the information, or similar to the information that the PTE speaking algorithm is reading when you speak, right? And you can see here that some words, let me get out my pen, some words have more emphasis or stress than other words, right? Why is that? And how do we do it correctly so we maximize our PTE speaking score? Okay, so in today's class, we're going to learn about meaning words, grammar words, and that's what you need to know in order to get your sentence stress right. And then we're going to apply our understanding to a describe image task, okay? Just before we do that, if you haven't seen e2language.com, or if you're not yet a member of e2language.com, do go and sign up for free. It's an online, 100% online PT preparation course, and it's really cool. One of the awesome things that we do each week, or sorry, every day, twice a day, I should say, is live group classes with expert teachers. There's lots and lots of stuff at e2language.com. Okay, let's do a task. What I want you to do first is just listen to the sentence stress here. And what I mean by sentence stress is the particular word in the sentence that I stress, which changes it kind of changes the meaning. It doesn't change the meaning grammatically or semantically or anything like that. But if I put stress on a particular word, listen to what it does to the meaning of the sentence. Ready? John will drive to the cinema tonight. B. John will drive to the cinema tonight. C. John will drive to the cinema tonight. D. John will drive to the cinema tonight. E. John will drive to the cinema tonight. So by placing particular stress on a particular word or stress on a particular word, here I'm saying John will drive to the cinema tonight, not Sally. Or John will drive to the cinema tonight. He's changed his mind. John will drive to the cinema tonight, not walk. John will drive to the cinema tonight, not to the restaurant. John will drive to the cinema tonight, not tomorrow. So it changes the meaning slightly, right? Let's do a little activity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read one of those sentences that we just saw. It might be A or B or C or D or E. And you have to listen carefully and think, okay, which word is stressed in the sentence, right? I've got my little list here. So pay attention. Here's number 1. Which one am I stressing? A, B, C, D, or E? John will drive to the cinema tonight. Okay, the emphasis or the word stress there was on B. John will drive to the cinema tonight after all. Let's try this one. John will drive to the cinema tonight. Where was the emphasis? Where was the word stress? Was actually on A. John will drive to the cinema tonight, not Rick. Let's try this one. John will drive to the cinema tonight. The emphasis or stress was on E. Next one. John will drive to the cinema tonight. So here I've placed emphasis or word stress on D, cinema. And lastly, John will drive to the cinema tonight. I've put word stress or emphasis on C, drive to the cinema tonight. Okay, so when you're doing your PTE and you're doing your read aloud or your describe image or retell lecture, which words do you want to place stress on? Which words do you want to emphasize? In order to understand that question, we need to understand that there are two types of words, okay? If you took all of the words of English, you can put them into two categories. There's one category that we'll call meaning words. These words have meaning, inherent meaning. When you read them, they put an image or a symbol in your mind. You can almost feel their meaning. And there's another category of words that are meaningless. They're grammar words, okay? So you need to understand this distinction. Let's look at meaning words first. So if I look at this sentence here, sleep is key to good health. You can see here below in the voice recognition software that sleep is key. This is not actually the sentence, but it just happens to line up quite nicely. But you can see here that this is emphasized, this is de-emphasized, this is emphasized. Maybe this is this part here. You can see how it lines up, right? And maybe this is health here. Okay, you can see the larger ones corresponding to the meaning words. The meaning words are emphasized. So what is a meaning word? Well, a meaning word is a noun like sleep. Okay, things, tangible things you can see and hear and touch, and also intangible things that you can't, but things. They are emphasized, they are stressed. Meaningful verbs like do verbs, did verbs, and has done verbs, these require sentence stress. Adjectives, descriptions, good, they require word stress. And adverbs like ly, like quickly and quietly, these also require sentence stress. Let's do a little activity here. Here's a paragraph. Imagine that you're going to do a read aloud in the PTE. What I want you to do in 60 seconds is kind of weird, to be honest. What I want you to do is to read through this paragraph word by word and stop. Read the word, and this is where it gets weird. Does it have meaning? Does it have a sensation in your mind that this thing is meaningful? Okay? Does it conjure up an image or make you think of something or something like that? Okay, it's a weird sort of technique to do, but it's a very good practice. Now, about, 70% of these words will be meaning words. 30% will not be. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Go through slowly. Read the words, stop. Did it have meaning or not? And then move on. Okay, your time starts now. By the way, I highly recommend this as a reading practice, okay? Just when you're reading something, just sort of stop, think to yourself, okay, what's meaningful, what's not meaningful? By being able to clearly distinguish what's meaningful and what's not between the words will help you to read and speak. Will read more carefully, but also speak more clearly. Okay, let's have a look here. So getting, yeah, it's got meaning. I can feel that. Enough. Yeah, it's got meaning. Sleep, definitely. Key, yes. Good, yes. Health, yes. Studies, yeah. Shown or show, yes. Enough sleep, yes. Increases, yes. Risk, definitely. Serious, yes. Problems, definitely. Heart disease, definitely. Scientist, definitely. Discovered, yes. I can almost see it. One, yeah, maybe not actually. Way, yeah, it's sort of not that much meaning. Sleep, yes. Protects, definitely. Build up, yes. You can see that it actually, the meaning here actually comes from the two parts of the word. This preposition is combined with this one here to make meaning. White blood cells, yes, and heart. Cool. Hopefully my meaning words looked somewhat similar to the ones that you chose as well. Maybe there'll be some differences, and that's okay. But as long as you got the nouns, the key verbs, the adjectives, etc. Okay, now in contrast to meaning words are grammar words, okay? All the ones that we didn't choose. So is and to. They don't really have meaning, right? So we're talking about auxiliary verbs like is or have, as in have done or have been. Prepositions in, on, at, to, for, away, from, these sort of don't really have any inherent meaning. Articles, a and the, no meaning there. And conjunctions like and, though, not really any meaning, right? So let's do the same thing here. I think I've actually already done it, so don't worry about doing it. That's okay. Here are the grammar words in this paragraph that, as far as I can tell, do not have meaning. Is, to, and, have, that, not, the, of, including, maybe including, have, that, against, the, of, in, the. These are the grammar words. One way to think about this is, okay, so you've got all these blocks, right? The meaning words. And in order to stick the blocks together, we need glue, right? So we put the glue on, and it's the glue that is the grammar, okay? And the blocks are the meaning. So that's how we think about that. Let's practice this now. Okay. What we have here is an example describe image. And what I'm going to try to do is describe this image and put particular stress on particular words that deserve to be stressed, right? The meaning words. So I'm not going to emphasize the grammar words. I'm going to emphasize the meaning words, and I'm going to put particular stress on particular words to express a particular meaning. This is what the algorithm loves when you do nice sentence or sentence stress to convey particular meaning, okay? So I'll go first, and then I want you to do it, right? Okay, so I'll skip the, okay, I'll talk you through what I'm doing here. Okay, so this graph represents emotional intelligence and job title. Okay, so the y-axis is 80 to 68. That must be the emotional intelligence score. Got different job titles here: individual contributor, supervisor, manager, director, executive VP, senior executive. Managers have the highest, followed by supervisor. Individual contributors, directors, CEOs are last. Okay, here we go. Ready? This graph represents the different levels of emotional intelligence by particular job titles, including contributors, supervisors, managers, and more. Managers have the highest emotional intelligence at around 77 points. This is followed quite closely by supervisors. Directors and individual contributors come next. Both of those are around 74 or 75 points. The lowest people with emotional intelligence are actually CEOs. They have scores of just over 70. Okay, not the greatest one I've ever done, admittedly, but what I did do was speak clearly, and I put particular word stress on particular things like CEO or managers or emotional intelligence. And I didn't stress all of those little grammar words, the glue that held my description together. Okay, I definitely need a bit of practice at this. I haven't done that in a long time. Anyway, cool. How about I give you a go at doing this? 25 seconds to prepare, 40 seconds to speak. Think about your sentence stress. And from last week, think about word stress as well. Okay, this is the science of PTE speaking. Here we go. 25 seconds to prepare starts now. Okay, how did you go doing that? It's pretty tough, right? This is a relatively simple graph, I must say. Some of the ones you see in the PTE are a lot more challenging than that. So if you applied what we learnt last week on word stress, we have this word here, executive. Hopefully you did not say executive, executive. So that was one from last week with regards to word stress. And today, with regard to sentence stress, which words in the sentence did you emphasize? Cool. So again, this is what the algorithm is assessing in your PTE. This is what it's reading. This is the data. It will look something similar to this. You can see the magnitude. These are the stresses, the words that are particularly stressed within the time that you speak them. Cool, guys, if you're not yet a subscriber to this YouTube channel, do click subscribe because each week we're going to be releasing a PTE task of the week, including more PTE science of speaking, okay? Cool, and if you haven't been to the website yet, do check out e2language.com. You can sign up for free and get some free practice materials, and all of the methods lessons are in there, and you can think about upgrading to a paid package for lots and lots of benefits. My name is Jay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week.